The story of Sir Ernest Shackleton's Antarctic expedition is one of unparalleled perseverance, resourcefulness, and leadership in the face of unimaginable challenges. Known as the Imperial Trans-Antarctic Expedition of 1914 to 1917, Shackleton's attempt to cross the Antarctic continent is remembered not only for its original goal, but for the extraordinary survival of its crew after their ship, the Endurance, was trapped and ultimately destroyed by the relentless forces of the polar ice. By the early 20th century, much of Antarctica remained unexplored, and the allure of venturing into the unknown captivated explorers worldwide. Shackleton, already a seasoned Antarctic adventurer, set out to achieve what he called the last great polar journey, the first land crossing of Antarctica from the Weddell Sea to the Ross Sea, via the South Pole. This ambitious plan involved two teams. Shackleton's team would sail aboard the Endurance to the Weddell Sea, establish a base, and traverse the continent. Meanwhile, a supporting group traveling aboard the Aurora would lay supply deposits from the opposite side of the continent to sustain Shackleton's party during the final leg of the journey. In August 1914, Shackleton and his 27-man crew set sail aboard the Endurance. Their ship was well equipped, and the team was a mix of seasoned sailors and scientists and adventurers, chosen not only for their skills but also for their temperament and resilience. However, as they approached the Antarctic coast in January of 1915, disaster struck. The Endurance became trapped in dense pack ice in the Weddell Sea, preventing the crew from reaching their intended landing point. As the Antarctic winter set in, the ice tightened its grip on the ship, and the crew had no choice but to prepare for months of isolation. Shackleton remained optimistic, boosting morale by maintaining routines, assigning duties, and ensuring that the men stayed active. For 10 months, the crew lived aboard the stranded ship as it drifted with the ice. Shackleton's leadership shone during this period as he maintained unity and morale despite the worsening conditions. However, in November of 1915, the relentless pressure of the ice crushed the Endurance, forcing the crew to abandon ship and camp on the floating ice. With their vessel destroyed and the prospect of rescue dim, Shackleton faced the daunting task of leading his men to safety. The crew salvaged supplies from the wreck and camped on the drifting ice for several months. Shackleton made it clear that the survival of every crew member was his paramount goal, and he tirelessly worked to keep spirits high while formulating plans to escape. In April 1916, as the ice floe began to break apart, Shackleton and his men launched their 3 small lifeboats and navigated through the treacherous icy waters to reach the uninhabited Elephant Island. Though the island offered temporary refuge, it was far from salvation. Shackleton realized that they would not be rescued unless he sought help. Determined to save his crew, Shackleton embarked on a daring 800-mile voyage across the stormy Southern Ocean to South Georgia Island, where a whaling station was located. Accompanied by 5 men in a 22-foot lifeboat, Shackleton faced towering waves, freezing temperatures, and relentless winds during the 17-day journey. Upon reaching South Georgia, the crew landed on its uninhabited side, requiring Shackleton and 2 companions to undertake a grueling 36-hour trek across its mountainous terrain to reach the whaling station. Against all odds, Shackleton succeeded in reaching help and immediately began efforts to rescue the men stranded on Elephant Island. After 3 failed attempts due to ice conditions, Shackleton finally reached his crew in August of 1916 aboard the Chilean vessel Yelko. Remarkably, every one of the 28 men survived, a testament to Shackleton's extraordinary leadership and determination. While the Imperial Trans-Antarctic Expedition failed in its original goal of crossing the Antarctic continent, it has become a timeless example of human endurance and leadership. Shackleton's ability to adapt to changing circumstances, his unwavering optimism, and his commitment to his crew's safety stand as a model of effective leadership under extreme conditions. The story of the Endurance is also a testament to the power of teamwork and resilience. Despite being stranded for nearly 2 years in one of the harshest environments on Earth, Shackleton and his men demonstrated that survival is possible through cooperation, ingenuity, and an indomitable spirit. Shackleton's expedition continues to inspire adventurers, leaders, and storytellers alike. His legacy is not just one of exploration, but of perseverance in the face of overwhelming adversity. The Endurance expedition reminds us that while success may sometimes elude us, the courage to confront challenges head-on and the determination to safeguard those who depend on us are achievements of the highest order.